Hello there, my name is Daniel Roloff, and this is my PowerPoint presentation for understanding nonverbal communication. This project is being submitted for Introduction to Communications course. This assignment is for Module 3. Once again, my name is Daniel Roloff, and I am the one presenting this assignment to you. First off, we must ask ourselves, what are we examining when we talk about nonverbal communication? Some examples of nonverbal communication are facial expressions, for example, smiling, frowning. These are examples of facial expressions. Body language is another one. You've seen it before, maybe in stores when a customer is unhappy, he waves his arms in the air in frustration. Posture is another one. Once again, I'm sure you've seen this before. Posture can be arms crossed, very domineering looking. Can be a sign of anger. Maybe slouched, kind of off to the side, could mean uncomfortableness. Gestures could be waving, hello or goodbye. There's a couple other gestures out there, hand gestures, that I'm not really going to go into in this assignment. Eye contact is another trait of taking a look at nonverbal communication. This one really depends on what culture you're in. Some cultures see eye contact as a sign of anger or aggression, but here in the United States, we kind of see it as a trusting person. A trusting person will make eye contact with you. People who are kind of shifty-eyed and don't make eye contact with, we kind of perceive those people as being dishonest. So. And then lastly, we have distance. Distance means that in these examples, we're going to be taking a look at distance from the photographer's point of view of how close are these people getting to that. But normally, we're taking a look at from person to person. You can kind of tell if someone ever gets really mad at you, they'll get up in your face and kind of either loom over you with their height, or just to show that they're not afraid of you, they'll get up in your face. Otherwise, if people are kind of uncomfortable with you, they're unsure, they don't want to get too close to you, they'll stay away from a distance. Some people who don't know you that well, an example is you might go in for a hug with someone you don't really know that well, and they kind of back off like they're not exactly comfortable being that close to you. So these are some of the examples that we talk about when we're talking about understanding nonverbal communication. So let us go to the first example. Well, the first example we have is this guy here. He is closer to the camera than the others in the background. It doesn't look like he seems to be uncomfortable with the presence of the photographer. His body style is kind of relaxed. He's not stiff. He's not posing at all. It's kind of a candid picture. He is not making eye contact, so it does show that it's candid. I'm not really going to read much into that. He is smiling, so that is a sign of happiness. He doesn't look like he's offended or uncomfortable that the camera is there, so overall, this person does not look like he's uncomfortable or anything. He looks happy and relaxed. So, now our second example here is a person in a posed picture. He is making eye contact. He's not smiling. He's not frowning though. He just kind of has a straight face, but with strong eyes. And to me, this is a sign of determination. That he's looking, that he is, not messing around. He's determined, that he's showing that he's a determined person. Now we can only see him from the waist up, but as we can see, his chest is puffed out. He's standing up straight. His posture that we're looking at is very straight and stiff looking, and that can be perceived as a sign of confidence. And as we also see that he does have a star on his chest, which is some sort of law enforcement, I'm guessing. So this is what you want to portray in law enforcement, is determined and very confident. So these are some of the traits that we're taking a look at to show this person's feelings. So our next slide, we see a woman. It doesn't look like she's uncomfortable with the picture being taken. The picture is being taken close. She has a light frown on her face. She doesn't look angry, but she doesn't look happy either. There is no smile. She's not making eye contact with the picture. She's kind of looking down, so that could portray anger or uncomfortableness, but I'm going to go more with frustration, being that she's not uncomfortable, she's close to the picture. So another thing that we can see is her posture. She has her hand on her hip, which again can be shown a sign of anger or frustration. So these are the traits that I'm seeing in this picture. Lastly, we take a look at example 4. This is a picture of a guy. He looks happy with what's going on right now. He's making eye contact with the camera. He is smiling. He is somewhat at a distance, but I believe that that's just to capture the overall activity of what's going on in a location. He seems very relaxed. He is leaning on something. He does have his hand on his hip, but I believe that is just the pose with the leaning. So I'm not going to take that as a sign of frustration. So that is pretty much what I got from the characteristics of this photo. So that is the end. That is, as I say, that's all, folks. These are the 4 examples that I examined. I hope that you agree with me with most of these. And if you have any questions, feel free to email me. But once again, thank you for watching, and have a great rest of the day.